In Pennsylvania, an urgent manhunt is also underway for Michael Burham, who police say should be considered armed and dangerous. Burham escaped from a jail in Warren County last Thursday. He was being held on arson and burglary charges and is currently a suspect in a homicide investigation. Eric Miller joins us now. He's a former FBI supervisory special agent to talk a little bit about this. And I understand, of course, you're not investigating this case, or, a part of the manhunt, but you come to us with some expertise. So I want to ask you this. First off, officials say that Burham was able to escape from this county jail, and I was kind of looking at pictures of it to see what the building looked like, because he climbed off a roof and he used bed sheets, which sounds like something out of, a 1940s jailbreak movie. How would someone be able to get out of a county jail using bed sheets and climbing through a window?
Well, good morning, Anne-Marie. That's the million-dollar question for the Warren Sheriff's Office. Really, it comes down to two things: awareness on the part of the jail staff, and also potentially policy issues within the jail. So right now, investigators are looking and interviewing those jail staff that were on duty that night, that had contact with Mr. Burham last, and to basically determine if it was just a lack of awareness on their part, or if he may have had accomplices within the jail. It's very, very unusual for someone with his violent past to be unattended long enough to fashion bed sheets together and escape off the roof.
Right. We also learned that he is a trained survivalist, and there is a general feeling that he may still be in the area, possibly in the woods. What sort of terrain is law enforcement navigating, and how challenging is this?
Well, the area around the Warren County search site is essentially the Allegheny National Forest, which is extremely dense. And law enforcement is really dealing with a lot of challenges navigating that terrain. Of course, they're using canines, they're using drones, they're using other aerial assets to focus their search, essentially looking for, as was earlier reported, campsites, and then focusing on those campsites that will, communicate to ground units that will allow them to exploit those sites for, potential evidence, especially DNA evidence. But the terrain is very difficult to navigate, and that's you see the sheer number of law enforcement, 150 plus agencies involved in this, and that's due to the terrain.
You mentioned the sort of technology that they could be using, dogs. I thought it was sort of curious, there's high-tech technology and low-tech, like a dog. What works better when you're tracking a person?
Well, when you're tracking a person in that terrain, canine units are very, very effective. But also using digital technology that law enforcement has at their disposal now, especially drone technology, is just as effective. Along with those lines, they're also using digital technology and video surveillance technology, as has been previously reported, to track his initial escape, and also to create that timeline so they can focus again on potential areas that he may have at least started and then maybe even entered the national forest.
So what is the thinking about what his potential movements may be? Is this somebody who may, and I know it's speculation now, be trying to create as much distance between himself and the Warren County Jail? Or is this someone who may be hunkering down to wait for things to blow over, the intensity of the search to blow over?
Well, given the terrain and the number of law enforcement agencies that are involved in the search, I have to believe that Burham is on the move and not staying in place very long. They've already uncovered campsites with supplies, which obviously begs the question: is he getting assistance from family or from friends or from other associates? And but really, that goes back to the initial what we call choke point, or the area in which this started, which of course was the prison cell. And investigators are talking to cellmates. They're talking to anyone that would have had contact with him. They're analyzing jail phone calls to determine if other accomplices may have been a part of the planning. But digital evidence is going to win the day when it comes to concluding this case.
Really interesting stuff. Eric Miller, thank you very much.
Thank you.